Hi, I'm The Walking Dan. 5 things I love and 5 things I hate about the DCEU. Let's go. So the first thing I love about the DCEU is the costume design. I think Batman's costume is the best live action Batman costume we have had. Batman. I think the Superman costume, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg and Blue Beetle, I think they're all absolutely incredible costumes. I absolutely adore them. Get a room! The first thing I hate about the DCEU is just how rushed it felt. We just didn't need a Batman vs Superman to be the second film of this universe. Unfortunately, Captain America Civil War was coming out and DC felt they had to play catch up.
Not a great plan.
To expand on that, I think Justice League came out far too quickly. Obviously we've seen with Zack Snyder's Justice League that they had development for the Flash and for Cyborg, but not getting a film for 3 of those characters before Justice League is crazy. The number 2 thing I love in the DCEU are the visuals. I'm a big Zack Snyder fan.
I'm your number 1 fan. I'm your number 1 fan.
So I absolutely love the visuals in his film, especially when comparing Zack Snyder's Justice League to Justice League. It's night and day. I also love the visuals in Wonder Woman showing the war, and I also love Shazam for like the more mysterious, dark, Harry Potter-like feel to it. I really do love the visuals in the DCEU. The number 2 reason I hate the DCEU is the studio involvement taken away from the directors and trying to copy Marvel. Films like Batman vs Superman having an extended cut with the Ultimate Edition that wasn't released in cinemas because of the studio really let down what the universe was going for.
The universe.
And it took away from Zack Snyder's vision and gave us Warner Brothers' vision. We all know what happened with Zack Snyder's Justice League and Justice League, but the same thing happened with David Ayer and Suicide Squad.
We some kind of Suicide Squad.
So we'll never see what his version of Suicide Squad looked like. I feel as though all of these studio mistakes led to a lot of mishaps, which when you look at the universe as a whole now, it isn't what we wanted. The third thing I love about the DCEU is the casting. I think Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, brilliant choices to be your main trinity of heroes in this DCEU. It's a shame we'll never really get to see any more of that, but we were lucky to have it. As well, great choices like Jason Momoa as Aquaman just really topped off the DCEU for me. Whilst I do think they made a couple of mistakes with the casting, such as Jesse Eisenberg for Lex Luthor,
Not pick a fight with this person.
or Ezra Miller for The Flash, I think they made the most of it and I still enjoy the performances. The third reason I hate the DCEU is not committing. They didn't commit to their main superhero, Superman. Henry Cavill was cast as Superman, let go as Superman, cast as Superman, and ultimately replaced for the new James Gunn DCU.
No!
However, that's not the only thing that they didn't commit to in the DCEU. The DCEU also didn't commit to a tone. Zack Snyder's vision and the MCU are very different, but unfortunately the DCEU, in many ways, attempted to copy the MCU, and this didn't work. Number 4 for things that I love, and I don't know if this is cheating, but I'm just going to list a few of the movies that I absolutely adore in this universe. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the best team-up film for any superheroes, in my opinion. I love Avengers Infinity War, but Zack Snyder's Justice League just got me feeling so amazing when I watched it, and it's number 1 for me. Some other films I absolutely love are Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and The Suicide Squad. Emphasis on The Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad sucked!
The 4th reason I hate the DCU is the lack of connection between the films. At the beginning this was not the case. In Suicide Squad, when Batman and the Flash show up, you feel as though it's part of a connected universe, but later on, not so much. Films in the DCU started to reference other ones loosely, but this was not very well done.
He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU.
In Shazam we saw Superman, but it wasn't Henry Cavill. In the TV show Peacemaker we see the Justice League, but we're only actually seeing 2 members of the Justice League. And in Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods, we reference and then later on see Wonder Woman, but this doesn't feel earned and it just doesn't sit right. I will, however, say in The Flash, at least having Wonder Woman and Batman did start to get back to this, but we'll get onto that in the next one. And the fifth thing I absolutely love about the DCEU is the music or the scores. Hans Zimmer does an incredible job with Man of Steel. The Wonder Woman theme is absolutely amazing. And the Zack Snyder's Justice League soundtrack I can listen to on repeat any day. The fifth and final reason I hate the DCEU is the decline of the DCEU. I felt as though right near the end we were getting a bit lazy with what was coming out. Shazam 2 and Black Adam completely played it safe, and whilst not terrible, they didn't do enough. And then Aquaman 2 and The Flash are absolutely atrocious. I do not like those two films. They are two of my least favourite. The less said the better. With all that said, I do genuinely enjoy the DCEU. There's just a lot of frustration with it because it could have been a lot better. Unfortunately, it is what it is. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like rating and consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching. See you later. The DCEU.